How do you learn who you really are? It's not found in books, it's found on the battlefield. Like, you've tried all these other techniques, and what has been working? Because that's amazing.
I tried meditation, I tried journaling, gratitude journals, breathing techniques, everything to calm my nervous system, and nothing really helped because the fear was still there and I had no real solution and didn't know how to deal with situations in my head. And then I just thought about everything you said and thought about how would I deal with it and how would I make the outcome better. And it really did the trick for me.
Yeah, I'm super proud of you being able to take your ability and use it for you versus have it working against you. It's so awesome.
Yeah, because not much about feelings. I'm more about thinking, and everybody always says I'm living in my head, but I mean, I always try to make it better up here, and meditation or breathing exercises never helped me.
I agree with you. And I'm the same way with you. This is showing your warrior spirit too. That just sitting there and dealing with it is not the same as fighting it. And you
Yeah,
took control back. Remember, it doesn't give control. You take your control back, and you did that. I'm
yeah.
very, very proud of you. To be able to change your belief system around, I have to deal with this versus I can defeat it. I have to ask, after you have then had some success beating it, do you believe it is unbeatable?
No. You said in the Q&A that to figure out if you have like anxiety that needs to be treated with medication, you just go back to the event, and if you still have like panic attacks about it, if it's just like like a little thing you're scared about, and I thought about it, and I think that's true for me too, because the thing for me was I tried to do like exposure stuff and I did things I was scared of over and over again. And I did it. And the next time I had to do it again, I just felt more intense anxiety about it. And it didn't really get better at all. And I thought for a while that maybe, yeah, like the chemicals in my brain are just messed up or something. And that may be true. But yeah, because
I don't believe
the
it.
method you did, it just helped me a lot better than just doing it over and over again and not seeing any progress. Just doing
It's,
it scared all the time and not feeling better about it.
yes, so good. I'm so happy that that's working. And like, it keeps working for people. And this is where today you and we're going to tap into a little bit more of a next level conversation. I think you're ready for it. We're going
Okay.
to get into the combinations of the belief systems that we operate under. We're going to go into a little bit hard today, okay? Let me know if I go too fast as far as because we're going to go next level, you and me. All right?
I'm ready.
Okay. So, when we're going to get into it, we're going to have to challenge the beliefs. Now, we live and die by our belief systems, whatever that is. This doesn't mean religion. This means how we think about ourselves, how we see the world, how we believe things work and don't work. This is how we live and die. And we're going to challenge some belief systems today. So, one of the ones, especially with fear and anxiety, is like you said, is it really that my brain has chemicals that are not working right? That's a belief system. You have to answer that question. If you say yes, you'll start acting like something's wrong with you. And if you say no, you'll find a way to beat it. And this is where people go, well, somebody in a white jacket told me my chemicals are wrong, so I must be wrong. I can't challenge that. This has worked for PTSD, like bipolar disorders. We have helped people with ADHD. We have helped people with anxiety. We have helped people recognize that it wasn't because there's something messed up with you. You just never dealt with the reason you started becoming messed up. And once they started getting rid of the reason I needed the medication or started doing certain behaviors, all of the behaviors around that belief, there's something messed up with me, started to go away.
Mhm.
Just like you said, well, I guess I'll meditate on it or let me write about it. Well, there's no new tools there. There's no strategy. You're not fighting back. You're not using a new thing. It's just trying to deal with what you have. This is not combat. This is
Mhm.
coping. We gave you a tool to combat. You're not messed up. You're not broken. You're brilliant. You're not broken. You're brilliant. You can create multiple futures. No other animal does this. You are brilliant. But can you control it? Can you look into the future and not make up all the things that go wrong and then having the emotions attached to them because it controls you? Or can you look into the future and say, I am doing a superpower right now. What can I learn from this? And then I no longer need the rest. I'm looking into this future now. If this goes wrong, that could be catastrophic, so I'd have to prepare for this. But otherwise, this seems kind of ridiculous. So next. And getting good at looking into your brilliance, your superpower, your creativity, your imagination is so strong that you can do this and see it as a benefit and not as you're broken. You take your power back. You start
Yeah.
training and practicing to improve instead of having to cope and deal with because there's something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just not trained.
Yeah.
And you are crazy powerful. This means you can live multiple lives within minutes. I can go into that future. Okay, if that happens, I would do this. Okay, next. If that happened, I would do this, and that would be a tough lesson. So, lesson learned. I don't have to really do that. All right, if that were to happen, then I would do this, and that changes everything. So, let's hope that's not it. But if it does, I know that it would change everything. Next. Like, you can go into futures, and now you're using clairvoyance. Now I'm looking into my possibilities and learning instead of panicking.
Mhm.
You become powerful because you're not broken, you're brilliant. Keep leaning into that because your belief system has to be around. This is beatable.
Yeah.
If you believe it is not beatable, though, if you do believe that this cannot be beaten, you will sabotage all your own efforts to make sure you're right. It's very important that we have to be aware of our belief systems around these things. Now, since you passed the test, if I can look back into the past and I can see things that used to give me anxiety and know the answer now, and no longer do I have anxiety, this means it is beatable for me. There are people who cannot do that. They'll go, oh my gosh, my driving test, and they can't. They can't even look backwards without panicking. I would stay on your medication, do that. But you're like, wait, I can look back and be like, I know I'm fine. I know what happens. It doesn't give me anxiety. I'm okay. I didn't always have to do that. For you, it's beatable.
Yeah.
If you believe that, now you practice a skill. You don't just cope with a problem. This means
Yeah.
you can beat this. You're a badass. You're not broken. You're a badass. That's awesome. So as far as that goes, do you have any questions yet on like, is it beatable, not beatable? Do you believe it is or not?
I believe it is. Yeah.
Good. So this means you will now have training and practice to do so. Now, is there any part that you're like, I need to be aware of this part? When does it start to build up? How do I recognize when to do different skills or even when to practice? Did you look into the section yet? I don't know if you did. I know you have access.
Not yet because I bought it like 2 days ago. Yeah.
No stress. I just didn't know if you looked yet. It's okay if you didn't.
I intend to, but I had my really first job interview today, and
Yes.
yeah, it went good because I thought about what you said about rejection and how it's only important because if it's like you don't do something really often and then you get rejected, that it hurts. And I applied that, and I was so relaxed when I went into the interview. It was such a great experience for me because I just thought, okay, if I don't get the job or if a person doesn't like me, it doesn't matter to me because the next opportunity will come. And also, yeah, if I don't get the job, I thought ahead in the future and just I knew it would be okay. Yeah.
I have to tell you, I am very proud of you. That's very, very awesome. You immediately applied new information and became immediately stronger. Your confidence is so much higher than our first conversation. Like I can already see, I can feel your energy is much higher now already because you've been doing the work. I'm very, very proud of you.
Yeah, just like it clicked for me. I've been doing so much work on myself and I never thought I could get to where I'm now because nothing seemed to work for me. And yeah, I just got the right information and works out.
That's so good. So good. And like yeah, I'm really proud. That's so awesome. That's really good. All right. Give me some questions so I can know what we're doing for your next level because we're going to start attacking the cores. We're going to start getting into belief system stuff because I think that you're ready for the fight. Give me a question. We're like, okay, I've got this down. Now I've got this coming up. How do I deal with this like new doubt? Or how do I deal with this new fear? Or how do I deal with this new distraction that's coming up? Or I run into this excuse for myself. Like what's the next battle for you?
I think what really holds me back is I have difficulties with letting myself getting close to people because I experienced a lot of bullying and a lot of hurtful situations in the past from family members or former best friends. And I just have that ingrained in me that people will hurt me and don't like me very much. And as a teenager, I really had difficulties. I always thought there was something wrong with myself, that my personality sucked, that it was my fault that my parents divorced and my father just up and left and never contacted me again. And I put a lot of shame and blame on myself, but yeah, I don't think that's the case anymore, but it still can get to know people better and let them closer to me. I just feel like there's no interest. And
Do you feel like there's no interest for you for them or them for you?
both.
I don't know if it's both. This is because obviously, how old were you when Dad left?
14.
14. Do you know the real reason Dad left? Because I guarantee it's not you.
uh, yeah, I think my parents' marriage was failing from the start. I don't think he really liked having a kid, and also he envisioned a different life for himself. And yeah, I just we didn't fit in anymore. Yeah.
That's a hurt guy. That's a hurt man. And odds are the environment with your mom was probably not very healthy for him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very rare that to see somebody have that reaction towards their own child. It's not that common. Most guys that I work with, happy to be dads. The biggest problem is who's the mom?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, if you have a child with somebody who makes your life absolutely miserable, and this is on both sides, if you're with somebody who makes your life miserable, there's a lot more resentments and there's a lot more pieces that get complicated. But very rarely do I see like dads who like have their kids like not love their kids. It's not common. It's just super super rare. I would be hard pressed it was you. It's how much mom is beating the heck out of him in his mind or whatever that may be. It's very rare that it's going to have anything to do with the children. Usually it's the person you made them with. And this is
Yeah.
guys and girls. There's terrible people on both sides.
Yeah.
It's terrible people. And so there's a old saying, there's no such thing as accidental children, but there is definitely such a thing as accidental parents.
Yeah.
Like you're not a mistake, but them being parents may not have been the best thing,
Yeah.
And so that's obviously going to create a level of abandonment fear. I'm afraid people will leave.
Mm.
And I'm afraid that people will leave me. And then what you said because you have a bad personality or something. Well, I don't know what are some of the bully things that people have said.
Yeah, it started in kindergarten because I was smart. Let's say I was bored and I taught myself to write and read at age 4, and other children didn't really like that.
They don't like that you're smart. Okay.
And it went on until 8th grade, I guess. It just got progressively worse, beating and stuff. And it was when I stopped hitting back that things got out of control. And I also stopped telling my mom about it because at that time, I think my relationship with my mother also started to go bad because she was really unhappy in her marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I just dealt with it on my own, just took it and hoped it would get better with time. And eventually it did, but only because I isolated myself so much that no matter what they said and no matter how much they teased me or isolated me too. I just didn't react anymore and they lost interest.
This is an interesting. I've lost interest. You kind of isolated yourself on this thing, and you did it because of the people you had, like bullies, mom, dad. You had people who would judge you. Do you believe that these people who were judging you, like, really had their shit together? Like that they were like very like smart people, had it all together, and they were great mentors, great resources. Like your bullies, the people from school, even mom or dad. Do you believe like they're like highly qualified to be able to make the judgments?
No,
No,
I'm,
not
it's
qualified.
yeah. I just took it with my into adolescence, I guess. So
Well, you didn't know yet. We didn't know we're supposed to love and trust certain people. We're supposed to.
yeah,
Mom, dad are supposed to be. I know I can trust you, and so we give that trust openly, even if they're not trustworthy. But we don't know this yet. We don't know yet. We're kids.
mm,
So we give our open hearts because we didn't know we shouldn't to people who are not good to give open hearts to.
no,
And we didn't know yet. It's a tough life lesson. I can relate to you on this one. My
yeah,
parents, my parents did not know what they were doing, and they did their best, but that doesn't mean good job.
no, it doesn't.
My mom left when I was 10. My dad was extremely abusive, physically, emotionally. Like my
Yeah,
dad was a tough customer, and my mom had to leave because she was also abused. Left me, my brother, and my sister. Just we had nothing. I was the oldest. Guess who got it the worst? I understand that my parents were doing their best, but they don't understand what they are doing. So, how much can I say they're qualified to make the assessment of a judgment of my value? They never even tried to learn me. You
mm,
taught yourself how to read and write at 4 years old. I have given you complex tools and you applied them immediately. You are brilliant. Now, you have to look at people and challenge their judgments. Are you worthy of judgment? Do you believe that I am a stupid person?
yeah,
Do you believe that I make judgments willy nilly and don't actually assess situations?
no,
I think you're brilliant.
thing.
I think that you are very, 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 very smart. And that has been pushed down as though it's not a good thing. Were you there when I did the eagles and the chicken story? That's an eagle. You are brilliant. You can do things the other ones can't do, and chickens don't like when you can do things they can't do.
Yeah,
But the eagles love it. You're not like them. You're something. You're not a chicken. You are an eagle. When you hang out with eagles, it's brilliant.
yeah,
When you hang out with chickens, it's bad.
yeah. It doesn't feel so good now.
I'm glad that you're odd. I'm glad that they think that you have a bad personality. I'm glad they don't get it. I'm glad. Because if they do, I'd be a little more worried. Because then you're a chicken. You're something unique. I would have you triple down on that. There is a tribe, there's a place for you where it's highly valued. There are people who believe in each other and fight forward for their goals and dreams, and someone like you is someone that they would be cheering for, not against. People throw rocks at things that shine. They try to ruin things that are unique to try to make them regular.
Yeah,
You are different. To others, they'll call it odd, and to others, they'll call it amazing. Find your tribe. Eagles can see another eagle. I myself am also odd. I am not regular. I don't think like a chicken. I can see farther than most people. I have a crazy wingspan. So do you. That's why it doesn't make sense to chickens why you are how you are. You can see farther. You can do things they can't do, and your wingspan is ridiculous. I think that you are brilliant.
thank you.
I do not say this easily. In fact, I don't say it all the time.
Yeah.
You are different. It's amazing. And you're able to apply things so fast. It has not been a long time since our last conversation, and you adapted quickly. In just one conversation, I have people I work with for months, and it takes them weeks to even get to the point where they adapt it. You are very fast.
If it works, and then you just keep it.
Yeah. But you have to understand, where does it work? You're just in the wrong place doing the right things, and they won't get it. But if you come hang out with other eagles, they're like, wow, you can fly so high. That's amazing. Where other people go, now you're just showing off.
Mhm.
And they try to throw rocks at things that shine. But when you're with other people that also reach for the stars, they get impressed and they cheer you on. They don't try and pull you down.
Yeah, I think that's maybe why I have issues telling people about myself, because my mom mentioned on my birthday that I had a job interview, and just I don't even tell people anymore because I know exactly how my family is going to react, and it's just a disappointment every time. And yeah, it was exactly as I expected. And the thing is, it doesn't bother me anymore. But as you said, I need to find my tribe. The people I know will be happy for me if I accomplish something.
I think that you're starting to go in the right direction.
Yeah,
Talking with people like me,
yeah,
networking with people in these circles, start having the conversations where, like, I am weird because I do this, this, this. And then people go, well, real. That is so useful. Chickens will not understand. I do not base my value on the opinions of people who do not have dreams, goals, or ambitions. I do not do it.
yeah,
I do not base my value in any way, shape, or form of people who do not understand and appreciate service or growth. They don't understand. They stay in their little box. That's their life. And that's all they ever want it to be. They don't want more. But when I hang out with other people who are dreamers and doers and builders and visionaries and integrators, when I hang out with people like, I know we can build more and make it better, those people see someone like you and go, I want her on my team.
yeah. And they're not hateful and disrespectful and putting you down.
Only people who don't get it.
Yeah,
I do not base value on this. My parents do. I don't share with them often the things that I do, especially on my dad's side. They stay in their box. That's what they want to do. Okay. I accept that's the best they can do. They've never wanted to fly in their life, and that's okay. I still love them for who they are, but I won't lean on them for any ego talks.
yeah,
And I can't share with them that this weekend I went out with other eagles and we flew over mountains. We hunted in the lake and we got giant fish and we ate like kings and queens. They'll say all we do is chicken feed and that's all there is.
yeah,
And you've never flown. That's not possible. I say, okay.
yeah,
It's okay that you don't understand. That's okay. And they won't understand. They're not supposed to. And that's okay. That's where I would change the belief system around this. And I would write down, when you see chickens who don't believe in people and put other people down, I would write down, they're doing the best they know. Your bullies, your parents, any other dickheads in your life, they're doing the best that they know. That doesn't mean good. Very important. That doesn't mean they're doing a great job. But I can accept that's you doing your best. I give a lot more grace to people now because if this is your best, I almost kind of feel a little bad.
yeah,
If they don't get it, I understand you're doing your best. And maybe I hope someday you get it. But I'm not going to stick around to see you figure it out. It may take years.
yeah, or never.
And that's okay.
Yeah,
And I can accept that. I'm okay. That's okay. I accept. That's so when you find other people who can see what you are and they believe in you, you're going to have a very different outlook on, I'm going to triple down on my brilliance. You catch on to these skills very quickly, learning to read and write before everyone else. I gave a complex skill that was difficult to do. You single-handedly faced fear and anxiety and started to win. This is brilliant. This is not stupid. This is not odd. This is not weird. It's very intelligent. You are an oddball. You're a black sheep. You're a weirdo.
yeah,
Just like us.
yeah,
And it's awesome.
yeah. Feels really good to get unstuck because I felt stuck so long.
You're only stuck if you stay in the chicken coop.
Yeah,
But you're not built for that. You're built for the sky, and that's why they don't like it. They want to clip your wings, stay on the ground. Don't remind me that I can't fly.
yeah,
This is very common amongst, the different types of birds that fly. You may not be an eagle, maybe you're a blue jay, maybe you're a crow. I don't know. Pick a bird that flies. I don't care. It can be a raven. Makes you happy. I don't know. But if you're made for the sky, birds that are not, they will try to clip your wings, and you have to accept. And if you do, you'll be cursed to stay on the ground and live your life as a chicken when that's not what you're built to be. There's a choice you have to make, but I would encourage you, because I can see you. You're built for the sky. You're not built for the ground. That's not what you are. But you have to change the belief system that I have to be what the other birds that don't fly say I should be. When birds that actually fly go, holy shit, look at your wingspan.
yeah,
When you apply this belief system, I can give so much forgiveness to the people who don't get it. They're not meant to. And that's okay. But I'll hang out with people who do.
Yeah, that's like the next step because I understand and I forgive and I even forget, but I am not like going to punish myself and try to get close to them again and just get burned all over again. And so I ended up really, yeah, alone and reclusive.
That's big. Well, the reclusive part is not necessary, but the learning part sure was.
Yeah.
Now you can create healthy boundaries. I'm not going to get close to you. You hurt people.
Yeah.
Ah, now I know I can't get close to this one. That one hurts people. Good to know. I want to ask you a question. I like leaving people with really, really hard questions, and I think you can handle it. So I'm going to leave you with some tough ones here. What is the most important part of any relationship? Friendship, anything. What's the most important thing? You can't have it without this. What's the most important thing for any relationship?
Trust.
Correct. God, you're smart. Correct. It is trust. What is trust? This is the hard part. What is it? How do I get it? What do I have to do? How does it? You may want to write this one down and get back to me. I did an entire hour and a half training on this one, and we still had to figure out pieces of it. This is the most important part of a relationship, but what the fuck is it? How do I get it? How do I have boundaries around this? How do I protect it? How do I share it with others? What is it?
It's not going to be a short and simple answer. It's like
Correct.
a whole definition.
It's complicated because it's in every aspect of how we care for each other. It's in the middle of all of it. Without it, I cannot give you communication because you won't believe me. You know, I can't give you respect because you can't respect somebody that you don't trust, let alone what is respect by itself. Like, what is trust? Because I need this. And I've given it to people and people have damaged it and people have hurt it, but I don't know what it is that they damaged and hurt. There's something there, but I don't know what it is. It by itself is. What is it? Pretty good one, right? I like giving really tough homework assignments.
No, I like it.
I want to leave you with that one.
Yeah.
Because I want to see what you come up with. I know that you're going to come up with a great answer. You may, knowing you may even teach me something that I haven't seen yet.
Okay, I will do my best.
I want you to change your belief system around that you're broken. I think that you are brilliant. And I want you to triple down into, I know you won't get it. I am brilliant. I think you have a beautiful mind. And I want you to lean into it as hard as you can and be as odd and as weird to the birds that do not fly as you can be, because those birds that fly can't wait to cheer you up.
Yeah.
I am wildly proud of you.
Thank you.
I think you did a great job. I am really excited to have another conversation with you. I want you to really focus on your belief systems and then look at what they are. We just challenged a couple of them today, and I know that you'll be able to integrate and work with these very quickly. They are doing the best that they know. It does not mean good, but if that's their best, I kind of feel bad for them. And I do not have to dull my glow because chickens don't understand how to fly. I'm going to see how high I can reach. And then come hang out with people like me, and people who build, and people who dream, and people who fight, and people who go for it. And you will find your place.
Yeah.
And you will find that you are a beautiful flying bird, and you are not meant for the ground.
Yes.
I'm glad you're weird like us.
Me too.
And I'm glad they don't get it. They were never meant to. But that doesn't mean you're bad. It just means they don't understand what good, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You are very strong. I'm impressed. How do you feel?
Good. I think I'm also proud of myself, and I'm really happy I have the tools now to, deal with my mind better and not feel crazy sometimes.
You're not crazy. And I love seeing your confidence. It looks good on you. Keep that confidence going. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Awesome. I actually, I do want to recommend another phone call. Like, do your best on this. Do the assignment. See how far you can go. And I want to see your progress again. So keep applying these tools. Keep practicing with the fears and anxieties, and practice mastering that skill to be able to look into the future and being able to say, what can I learn, instead of what can go wrong and I don't have control. And then closing them down systematically one at a time. And I want to hear your results, and I want to hear how much faster it gets, because the more you do it, the faster you get at it.
Yeah.
So keep practicing, not because you are broken, but because you are brilliant. And I would even put that right on, like, I tattoo it right here. You are not broken. You are brilliant.
Yeah. I have chickens on my I have like a glass wall I can write on, and I have chickens right in the middle, and I think I'm going to write brilliant not broken. Yeah.
You are brilliant, not broken. The chickens won't understand.
Yeah.
People will read this and go like, "What are you? You're crazy." And you go like, "Yes, I am."
Yeah.
I'm glad you think so. Good job.
Yeah.
Keep in touch. You'll be in my training. I want to make sure. I think Randy will create a registration to make sure you're in this training. I may even, because you have a massive head start on a lot of the people, I may even have you give a little bit of a testimonial of being able to practice and help people because they have to break the belief system that it is impossible.
Yeah.
Once they can believe it is possible, then there is work to be done. Anybody who says, I do not believe it is able to be beaten, even if all of you have beaten it, and I do not believe it can be beaten, it is okay. They don't even have to stay for any training at all because you can't help somebody who doesn't believe they can be helped.
No.
In which case,
But
have a good one. This is only for the courageous.
yeah, it's like you said on Monday Q&A with do you believe in yourself? That you basically like resign yourself to a life of misery if you're not believing in yourself.
What an interesting choice to make.
Yeah.
Pretty wild stuff. I believe in you.
I believe in myself too.
Good. Let's go to battle. Go kick some ass. And I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, yeah, see you soon.
Good job today.
Bye.
Bye.